Alright, and I'm hopefully back here. So, I'm trying out something new here, and I don't know entirely if it's going to work. You'll notice that I have headphones on, and that's because I'm going to be trying to take some questions from the chat. My moderator, Intimidation, is going to be reading out some questions from you guys while I play Nightmare on Elm Street. But I don't know if this is going to work or not, because I've never done this before, so I might have some interference going on. So I'm going to play the game for a minute and see if I get any lag. So this might not even be possible. Oh, and you know what's funny right here is I can't even go to the 3 or 4 players because I don't have the NES 4 score in, so that's funny. It only lets you go to the 2. But anyway, I'm going to start the game, and hopefully I won't get a whole bunch of lag so that we can do this. So you guys can let me know if that happens or not. But yeah, so the idea here is a lot of times I do live streams, and I'm still... Okay, cool, thanks. So I'm hearing that the stream is working right now, so that's good. I was a little worried that we weren't going to be able to do this. So yeah, basically the deal is a lot of times I do live streams and I want to be able to talk to the chat, but I'm looking at the game and I can't read the chat and I can't play the game at the same time. Basically, I want to talk about something in the game here. One of the things that's weird about this game is you have to go into these houses, but you can't go into all of them. Sometimes the door can be shut, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't go into the house. So basically you go up to the house and you press up on the house. So like it's possible that one you can go on even though the door is shut, which is really weird. Basically it doesn't matter whether or not the door is open or shut. You can go into it regardless. But yeah, so this is definitely an experiment. I feel like I'm underwater here with these headphones on, but hopefully I'll be able to take some more questions than normal. Let's see if I can go up here. See how the door's open and I can't go in, I'm hitting up? That's what's weird. You would think I'd be able to go in, but one of the houses is the one that you can go into, so I'm going to try the next house and see if that's that. I'm going to punch bats, punch spiders. Oh yeah, and the other thing I want to say is this is not a game that I grew up with. I did not have it growing up, so I'm not very familiar with this game. I'm not very good at it, so I'm gonna just so you know, I'm gonna suck at this game. Let's see if I can go in here. All right, so this door you can go in. So it's one of the houses, and essentially what we're trying to do here is collect these bones, which lets you get into the next part of the level. So, and every once in a while, Freddy comes along. And you have to fight him. And oh, this right here, I believe that this is an item, and you can hit select. Oh no, wait, we're going to nighttime right now, or not nighttime, asleep. So we just fell asleep. That's what that means. And if I hit select, now I have this like acrobat costume, which is pretty funny. But what's good about that is instead of just punching, you actually have a bit of a projectile attack, which, you know, is really, really helpful. Just going around punching sucks, so having that is definitely important. And you hit select to do that. But yeah, so I'm just going to be collecting bones here. So do we have any questions from the chat or anything? Hopefully you can still hear me. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's funny, I just got the bones there, and I couldn't even barely see them on the stairs. Sometimes the bones blend into the background, but anyway, the general idea is you collect all the bones on these different areas, which allows you to go into the sort of trap door at the end of each part. And once in a while, Freddy Krueger will come along, and you sort of have to fight him. And then there's boss fights and all kinds of stuff. So we'll get to all that. See these bones? They kind of blend in. There's a bone right there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, what are my thoughts on Leatherface, Michael Myers, being added to Dead by Daylight. That somebody was asking. I did. What was his name? Cole Peckett was his name. Yeah, Cole Peckett just asked that, and so James and I just recently did a video on Friday the 13th, the new game. Oh, Freddy's coming. Hang on. And during that, a lot of people were mentioning Dead by Daylight, but I had actually done a video quite a long time ago with Ryan about that game, and at that point when we played it, all that stuff wasn't included in the game. But now they have like other characters, Michael Myers and stuff that you can play as, and I think that's great. Actually, if I get the chance, I'd like to. Oh, there he goes. He's walking off the screen. Shoot! Oh crap! And they put me back like on top of an enemy. That's great. I would, if I get the chance, I'd really like to go back and play that and try that out because I think that's pretty awesome that you can do that. Basically. Mm-hmm. Jasmine Luna asks what I'm doing for Halloween and what my costume's gonna be. I don't necessarily want to give that away yet, and you'll know why. I'll be posting a picture on Twitter around Halloween time, and you'll be able to see if you follow me on Twitter what my costume will be. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but it's a Halloween sort of Cinemassacre tradition that we post our Halloween pictures, and I think one of my favorite ones that James ever did was he was Louis Tully one year. I don't know if you guys saw James' Louis Tully costume, but you will definitely see our Halloween costumes by Halloween, and yeah, I'm just hoping to get some trick-or-treaters over, give out some candy and just all the classic stuff that you do on Halloween. Oh, you know what? I think I just went to this during the daytime, which I think the bosses you're supposed to do really at night, and I really should have. I might have to come back to this one. I'm not sure, but say that question again. Oh, so Atari Fans is asking what my favorite Elm Street movie is. Probably 1, 3, or Wes Craven's New Nightmare are my favorites. I really like Heather Langenkamp, and I love that she made a sort of a comeback with that, and one of the things about those movies is like the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie. You have to remember like Freddy is only in a small portion of the movie. Really, it's really her movie. She's the one that carries that entire movie, and I think she's a great actress. And so I really like the Wes Craven movie because she's back again in that, and the third one as well. So those are my favorites: 1, 3, and Wes Craven. Somebody's asking what I think about Mario Odyssey so far. Well, I haven't played it yet, so it's hard for me to give much of an opinion on the game. What was his name again? MacMain? Yeah. But from the trailers that I've seen, it looks pretty awesome. I'm definitely excited for it. I didn't realize how sort of epic the game. If we're gonna hit this thing. The game looks really, really epic, and I didn't really realize the sort of scope that the game was gonna have when I first saw the trailers. Man. Somebody's asking about the Dark Castle games. No, I have not played the Return to Dark Castle or any of those. I've only played the one on Sega Genesis, I think. Or I might have played a little bit of the CDI one, but if there's other ones, no, I haven't played them. Mainly just the Sega Genesis one, the one that's in the nerd video. Which I played quite a bit of that one. And crap. This is like. Oh, what am I doing? This is the whole problem. I didn't have this on. That was really stupid of me. See, I'm answering questions. I'm gonna have to get used to this answering questions and playing games at the same time, because that was really stupid of me. Because if you hit select, you can change to your other acrobat thing. Hang on just a second. I'm trying to figure out what to do here. So I just got the key, and I think that I have to find the next house to go in, which I think can be any of these places. And I assume that's what the key does, is opens the next door. Is that right? Okay. Yeah, so I was just told that that is correct. Okay. So we want to fight the bosses when we're asleep, basically. I just tried to go in there. I think that might be later in the game, the cemetery. So I'm walking here. Should go to this junkyard and see if I can go in this door. I don't know. Oh man, you're gonna tell. Thanks for the donation, Brainhorn. Mario? Like, is he talking about like a mispronunciation of Mario, I guess? That's funny. You know, yeah, kids sometimes say, you know, is it Mario or Mario? I'll never know. I always said Mario. So I think so the junkyard is all the way on the right side of the map, and I was not able to go up into it. So if you're wondering what I'm doing here in the game, now I'm traveling all the way to the left, and I'm trying to find what the next place to go in is. This is Frankenstein's monster. Bad. I think this place, I'm assuming you can't go into ever. I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. Now we're turning to nighttime. That's good, because if I can get to the boss battle, ooh, skeletons. I love that. See that? I don't know if I included that skeleton in my top 10 boners video, my video about my favorite skeletons in games, but he's a good one. It's funny, you know, we make these top 10 videos, and then afterwards you always think of another one. Oh boy, should have included that. I know James always tells me stuff like that. Oh man, I missed that movie. You know, that kind of stuff. Let's see if I can go in here. Can't go in the high school, it looks like. That guy's like Pan's Labyrinth. Oh crap, I just got hit. And again, I should be having this on. I keep forgetting to change. Like I said, guys, I'm not very good at this game, so you have to cut me a break. My name is Kevin is asking if I'm going to play the new Wolfenstein game. I haven't played a lot of the more modern ones, but I'd like to. I've heard that, you know, that some of them are really good, and you guys know that I love the classic Wolfenstein. So hopefully at some point I'll get a chance to try that out. But yeah, I haven't played any of the modern ones yet, unfortunately. So many games, so little time, you know. And it's funny that, you know, I play, you know, so many video games. I'm playing games like every day, and I still can't keep up. I guess it's because a lot of times I'm playing the same games because I'm trying to beat them. You know? Oh crap! All right, let's try this house. I'm assuming this is the house I gotta go in next. Yeah, we found it. All right, this is the next house. This is what I've been searching for. And you hear the music. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. I think that's what it is anyhow. Kent's Pittsburgh is asking, what is the worst nightmare that I ever had? You know, oh wait, hang on a second. I gotta fight Freddy here. Speaking of nightmares, I had a dream one time where I was in the dream, and I was in my house, and basically I thought there was somebody in my house, and at first I thought like, oh, who is that? Is that like a family member? Is that my girlfriend? Who is that? And then I found out my girlfriend was right behind me, crap, in the kitchen. And this is all in my dream, by the way. Crap. I'm doing really bad on these Freddy parts. So there's this sort of shadowy figure going through my house, and I'm like, God, what is that? You know? And I'm like, oh my God, it's nobody that I know. So I'm like, okay, well, this is like a burglar or something. This is terrible. And the person got like closer and closer to me, and I saw that it definitely wasn't anybody I knew. So it was like a home invasion or something. So I ran into another room. Now I'm like in my bedroom, and basically this figure that I can't really see, it's like this shadowy figure, it gets like closer and closer and closer to me. And then meanwhile, like in real life, I'm like freaking out in the bed. I wake up out of the dream, and like right in front of me, I thought that, like, you ever wake up out of a dream and like you're so like, if you're having a nightmare or something, you're so like startled by it, you feel like you're still seeing it like when you wake up. So when I wake up, I feel like I'm seeing like this shadowy figure standing in front of me, which like went away as I like woke up, and like my heart was like palpitating and shit. I don't know, it was weird. So I don't know, that's the one that comes to my mind as far as nightmares. Having a stranger out to find you. Danger. So Elliot Snow is asking, what is my favorite LJN game? I don't totally dislike Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I actually like a lot of that game. I Judge Doom at the end pisses me off, and I think it's a really poorly designed boss fight. But other than that, like, I kind of like that game. I kind of like it. Not like it, but it's kind of okay. Trying to think of other LJN games that I might kind of like. I mean, this game's LJN, right? Yeah. Actually, by the way, I have the box here. Yeah, this is, Laughing, Joking, Numbnuts. That's right, like in the nerd video. And I think that this game is actually not bad, believe it or not. And I don't know how much stuff, even in the nerd video, he says that's really bad about it. I mean, this is like a side-scroller, kind of like a typical NES game. I don't think it's bad, and it's based on Freddy Krueger. I mean, I don't really think that this is a bad game. The only thing I could say that so far about the game, from playing it so far, that I think is bad about it is going into the houses and having the doors, like a closed door you could still go into, or like an open door you might not be able to go into. I think that's kind of might be hard to figure out the first time you're playing it. So I think that's something that's kind of bad about it. But other than that, I mean, this has a really cool horror sort of vibe to it. Cobwebs and bones and ghosts, and I mean, what more would you really want? And the game functions really well, unlike a lot of other, like Bill and Ted or whatever. That game is fucking terrible. Legitimately, like one of the worst NES games. And I think that this game's actually not too bad. Although, I'm only, this far into the game, maybe it gets worse. I'm kind of curious how I get this bone, because it's not letting me jump up here. I wonder. Oh, that's weird. I switched to the other thing, and I was able to get it. Yeah, so certain spots you gotta switch, apparently. I'm gonna try to not get that, because that sends me back to daytime, I believe. Crap. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. I remember being a kid, being like, oh boy, and he's right here, being like 5, 6 years old, something like that, and all the kids in the neighborhood were singing the 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you song, And it was prior to, I had not seen the movies yet because the original Nightmare on Elm Street, I think, came out in 1984, and I would have been 4 years old, so I had not seen the movie yet. But, thank God I had this switched on. But it's funny, that was the first thing I ever knew of Freddy Krueger, was the song 1, 2, Freddy's Coming For You. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, grab a crucifix. 7, 8, better stay up late. 9, 10, never sleep again. I believe is the words, lyrics for that. And this guy right here reminds me of Pan from, I guess from mythology, but I always think of the movie The Seven Faces of Dr. Lao. But yeah, go ahead. You can go ahead with the next one. My favorite modern horror movie, and that's from who again? Rigo VZ. So my favorite modern horror movie, man, that's a tough, that's kind of a tough question. I kind of like Cabin Fever. I don't know if you guys have seen Cabin Fever. Not the second one. The second one's terrible, but the first one I think is pretty good. I don't know that I call it my favorite though. I really like. I like Don't Breathe a lot. That came out pretty, not too long ago. I think it was 2016. It was really, really good. I liked the first. Oh crap! I liked the first half of The Taking of Deborah Logan a lot because that's a movie that's crap. All these tongues. That's a movie that's about sort of like possession, but it's hang on a second, I'm fighting Freddy's Freddy here. Some version of him. But it's a movie about Alzheimer's disease, and that's something that I think is really, legitimately scary. Because a lot of times I'll watch horror movies now, and I'm not really that scared by them. 8 to 10 years of editing Cinemassacre's Monster Madness will do that to you. Looking at gory special effects, like frame by frame, it's kind of like I'm kind of jaded, But that movie kind of freaked me out. I didn't like the ending of it at all, but the parts of her having Alzheimer's and also being like sort of possessed at the same time, I really thought that was pretty good. Yeah, I don't know that either one of those would be my favorite. I'm sure there's other ones that I'm forgetting right now. Let's see if I can go in here. Not yet. And I guess that's supposed to be Frankenstein's monster. And see how he has his arms out? That's the Bela Lugosi version, because I guess he's blind by this point. The classic from Ghost of Frankenstein, when the monster goes blind. Let's see if I can get in here. Nope. Next. No. Alright, I don't think I can go into the cemetery yet. Somebody's asking me what I thought of the remake of House on Haunted Hill. I have actually not seen it. So there's one that I haven't seen, actually. I'll have to check that out. And I can't go into this junkyard, really? Come on. Man. Yeah, no, I can't go in. And that's definitely the end, right? Yeah, the junkyard's the end, so... Oh, crap. Okay, so we're going back to... night, or I always want to say nighttime, because it kind of looks like nighttime, but Dream World, I guess I should be saying. Dream World. So, Brainhorn, thanks for the donation, and he's saying slashers or horror? Well, I mean, slashers are, as far as I always thought, are horror. I mean, because the slasher movies, Halloween or Friday the 13th or something like that, you got these slasher movies and they're in the horror genre, so it's kind of like the same thing. But I do love slasher movies. If that's part of the question. And I love the original Halloween. These things coming out of the ground just keep like killing me. But yeah, thank you for the donation though. So DOA Hitman is asking if I'm a fan of Child's Play. I am. Those movies are really weird, and Chucky is fucking like super creepy. I think I've seen every one of them, and I really, you know, as corny as it was, I kind of really enjoyed Bride of Chucky with the, you know, he's got the bride. I thought that was, you know, a pretty funny one. And I think we've reviewed several of those movies for Monster Madness. I don't think we've done all of them. Crap. Dropping rocks on me. Just so you guys know, I'm most likely not going to be beating this game, so we'll see how far I get with this. Freddy's coming. What just happened? Hang on a second. My game just totally like dropped out on me. Are you still saying it? Okay, and my TV like messed up. What the fuck? Hang on a second. That was super bizarre. I'm trying to get it back. Sorry guys. There's always something with these streams. Like literally my TV like shut off in the middle of playing the game. What the fuck? And I'm not getting like any signal or anything. Okay, I might have to reset this. Oh crap, that sucks. Let's see if that'll even do anything. What is going on? Okay. I'm resetting the Nintendo here. Or the analog NT. Okay, now I see it again. You guys see it? You should be able to see it. It says run cartridge. I'm playing with the analog NT, just so you know. And Richard says, that sucks. Yeah, that does suck. I don't know, it just like all shut off on me. That's alright, I guess we can start from the beginning. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, I'm playing on the analog NT. Alright, so I'm starting over. I don't know what the hell happened. That sucks. Alright, well, we'll keep going. I'm gonna start it from the beginning again. Yeah, we can consider that practice, I guess. Anyway, we're back at it. Something about the music in this kind of reminds me of the music from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, too. I almost wonder. Okay. I'm gonna actually try this first door. Because I didn't. And you know why I didn't? Because the doors were shut and I forgot. Even though I just went on that long spiel earlier, it's still... It's because it looks like you wouldn't be able to go in there, and it just seems like... That's why I sometimes pass it up. But I tried it, and I couldn't go in. So I'm gonna go to the next house. Alright, let's try this one. Yeah, it was this one. Guess it makes more sense, the door's open, but it's not always necessarily like that. Punch the Flies, Baxter Stockman. Alright. So again, I'm back to collecting bones. I'm gonna get this here. That's the acrobat suit. Now I can, I think, change to it, right? Hang on. Doesn't seem to be letting me switch to it. Oh, I have to be asleep. Okay. Got the bone. Whoa. Oh, crap. That's not good. Alright, getting this bone. I can't wait to switch to that. Having the acrobat thing is so much... Oh, man. So much better. Okay, I got this bone. Thank you, Batrocious. Wait, did that just change at the same time that I was about to get hit? That's really convenient. Go, 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 go. Come on. Oh, I got hit anyway. But now I can switch, so that's good. Alright. I like having this a lot better. I feel like it makes it easier. Get these bones here. Gotta get these, and then we'll get the one up top, and I'll be able to go down to the bottom. Alright. What's the name again? So Nethology64 asks if I've ever seen the VHS movies. I think there's, as far as I know, there's 2 of them. I saw the first one. And, oh crap, I did not mean to hit that. Apparently there's a 3rd one. But yeah, I've only seen the first one, and I enjoyed it. I remember, there's like the Batgirl or something like that in it, and I remember that like freaking me out. So I guess you can only use your superpower things in the dream world. So get this thing, I just got that. So I'm curious to see if that's something different than the acrobat or what. Oh, also, I think the boss is coming up right here, so I feel like maybe I should wait. Yeah, I'm gonna wait right here for the for it to turn to dream mode before I go to this boss. Got another question about what I'm going to be, and thank you very much for the donation this Halloween. I don't want to give that away because we like to post our Halloween pictures on Twitter, but if you want to see what I am going to be on Halloween, Zay Love, check out my Twitter. Alright, so it's on Halloween. So it's switching back, and now I'm going to go try to fight this boss here, and also I'm going to switch into my acrobat costume. So here we go. This is what I should have been doing before. Oh. Well, that really reached far. That was a reach. It sounded like a Freddy line. That was a real reach! Or that was a stretch, I guess you'd say. Man. There we go. And the key, I guess, for the next house. Now I feel like I should just go back to the left and just start at the left and go to the right instead of like doing the right half and then having to go all the way back. So that's the way I'm going to handle this right now. And yeah, that's the first one. So let's see. Yeah, and it is that one. So I'm glad that I just had that thought. And what sucks right here, though, is that I can't, that it's not nighttime, so can't be using my costumes. And that there we go, that's another one. Boom. Nice. Yeah, I really do think that this is... Oh, you can't jump through that. I didn't know that. Crap. And, Joseph Gray is saying, Carnosaur 1 and 2 terrified me as a kid, and I always will hold a special place in my heart, despite the awful death in the elevator. Have you seen these movies, and what did you think? I have not seen them, actually. So, yeah, sorry. I have not seen Carnosaur. And I don't think that's something that we've done a Monster Madness on or anything like that. So, yeah, sorry, I haven't seen that one. But, do you recommend it? Is it, he says it terrified him as a kid. I'll have to check it out. I've not seen those. Would I watch Freddy versus Pinhead, and who would I want to win? Uh, I was always a Nightmare on Elm Street fan. I would want Freddy Krueger to probably win that. Yeah. that's your simple answer, I guess. I'm annoyed that I can't switch to my thing. I guess you can only do that in the dream, which I guess makes sense because you get like the dream abilities because you're dreaming. All right, here we go. I wonder if there's gonna be a projectile coming at me right now or not. Yeah, the knives are still coming. And where are the knives even coming from? They're just coming from that pillar? That makes no sense. That's stupid. Anyway, I can switch to this now, which is good. Oh, come on. Multiple hits it takes. There we go. Crap, look how fast he's moving. Next. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, this is where I gotta switch to this. Go up here. Crap, I did not mean to do that. Is it just gonna switch my... Yeah, it switches your uniform back to... So I'm not sure at what point the boss comes up here, but I want to make sure that I... Oh my god, come on. That was almost like a Castlevania thing right there. It sent me back. I don't want to go into this boss fight. I don't know if it's... Huh. So I'm trying to figure out... I'm gonna try this again. I feel like I'm missing something here. There must be another bone. Oh, see, actually, up in that web, there's a bone. And I couldn't see it because it looks pretty hidden. Alright, so that probably is the last one. That's one of the things about this game, is the bones can be very hidden. But I guess I better wait a little bit before I go any further. So that it can be... I can be in the dream mode. And also, the other thing about being in the dream mode is, then I'll have my dream abilities that I can fight with. Okay, here we go. That's what I've been waiting for. That reminds me of one of the backgrounds from the Dragon Slayer game, strangely. Oh, are you fucking kidding me? Alright, it just gave out again. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why this is happening. Great. So the game, and what happened on your end? Is it do you see it like the game just freezes? So I guess it's shit. I don't know if it's like I don't know what it is. I don't know why it would do that. So the game's just free. So what's happening is the game is just freezing. Once in a while, and then when that happens, I also lose the signal on the TV, so that's why the TV like shut off before. So once in a while, I'm just getting that. Ancient Dragon says, Mike, have you seen the Japan Grudge movies? I have. I really like them. I think James did a video on that. So I don't know if I should. Now I feel like. Maybe I'll, crap. I'm trying to think of how to solve this problem really quickly. Maybe I could try it one more time and then, clean the cartridge first. Maybe it's the contacts on the cartridge interfering with the console. It's the only thing I can really think of. So I'm going to clean the game. So I will be back in 1 second. Alright, so 1 second, guys. Watch me clean the cartridge. You know, it's funny. I was streaming something else just the other day, and something similar happened. Oh, you know what it was? I was playing one of those Castlevania hacks, and the same thing happened. I was playing, and the game. You know what? This game's actually really, really dirty. Maybe that was the problem. And I was in the middle of the stream, and then the game like locked up on me. I think I was playing that Baleful, whatever the name of that one was, and the game really just died on me. So, and I'm not blowing in the cartridge, I'm drawing it off. Alright, I'm gonna give this one last shot. I don't know why this keeps happening to me. I just can't get lucky here. This is what happens when you play with the actual games, I guess. Alright. Alright. You still there? Alright. So, alright, I cleaned the cartridge. I'm gonna give this one more shot. Hopefully this works now. Otherwise, I'll have to, you know, maybe I'll play this game again later on my top loader or something, and yes, I will try this. Hang on. Alright, so I just tried the first door. So maybe this game doesn't like the analog NT. I mean, I don't know. Or maybe the game contacts. Who knows? It could be any, like, number of issues. I really don't know. So, we're trying it again from the top. Either way, it's all good practice, right? I could try to do better. And let's see, I'm gonna go... Is it not this door either? It's also not that door. And how's the stream? Is it laggy or anything? Alright, stream's good. Alright, I'm gonna try this house. There we go. Alright, so it was the third house, as you can see. So that's what I was talking about earlier, how sometimes the game's weird like that. Because when I'm playing on a top loader NES or the regular like front loader NES, if the game freezes or something happens to the game like that, for me on the TV, like if I was playing on a CRT TV, which I'm not right now, it would just the game would just be frozen on the screen. But since I'm playing on the analog NT with HDMI and all that, when the game freezes, it's just totally like losing the signal, and my TV just goes blank. So that's what was going on there. If you're wondering what happened before. Okay, so we're turning to the nighttime. now that freaked me out, because now, like, when the game turns to night, I'm gonna think that the fucking TV is gonna turn off again. So this is becoming a nightmare. Slowly. People are asking me what my nightmare is. My nightmare is when the fucking Nintendo doesn't work. That's my nightmare. When I'm doing a live stream and the fucking game doesn't work. That's my true nightmare. Alright, punch him. You know, no, I have not seen the new Blade Runner. Actually, James and I were gonna go see it and do a review on the new movie, but with all the stuff we've been trying to do with you know, the new Polybius videos and keeping up with videos, and he just had his second kid and all kinds of stuff going on. We were not able to get out to see it yet, so I have not seen it yet. Unfortunately, I would like to. Hard to keep up with so many things. I mean, the new Stranger Things is coming out. Mario Odyssey is coming out. Did I miss a bone somewhere? Because like I must have missed a bone. I didn't see where I missed that. But usually, like when I get to this point, usually I'm good. But now I'm not good, so I must have missed a bone earlier on. Yeah, I must have missed one. Let's see. Must have been right in the beginning or something. Let's see. What the heck? Didn't I just go through everything? Let's see. I'm gonna look again. 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Better lock that door. Oh, fucking come on. In the middle of me trying to get this. I'm really curious about that because I feel like I look everywhere. Unless it's in a cobweb or something. I guess that's Freddy's. Yeah, alright, let's see. I'm looking again for this bone. It's like when I was playing that Waluigi game earlier, it's like I got killed by nothing. Now there's non-existent bones. I just can't win. Look at this! There's no bone! Right? Am I crazy, or is there no fucking bone? Like, I'll go back one more time. Like, is there a way to get out of this area if you don't find all the bones? Yeah, let me go to the hole again, and because I thought that I already did that, but let me do it. Let me press down on the hole again. Maybe I just didn't do it in the right spot. There. You know what? You gotta hit the front of the hole. That was my bad. Yeah, it was the hole. I guess if you're on a certain part of the hole, it doesn't like register it. So you have to be on the right part of the hole. That's what she said, right? Is that where we're going with that? Alright, I don't want that. Crap. There we go. Alright, we're going right to the end. So, we got the ball hand. I really hope that this game does not quit on me again, because, like, come on. I'm a little tired of that. I want to play the game. But yeah, I mean that's part of the thing. If you're playing on it with the actual cartridges, it's that's a classic thing that happens. Sometimes they'll give out on you, and that's a big part of a hot sort of topic of discussion recently. Is how long are these games going to last? Although I do have to say stuff like that happened back in the 80s. I'd be playing these games as a kid, and the games would freeze. So that might not have to do with age. That might just be just be whatever, dirt in the game, or who knows, the contact's not clean or something. So Steven Slayer is asking, what is the worst LJN game? Off the top of my head, the one that popped into my mind was Bill and Ted. I mean, that game is just like, I think it's like unplayable. Also, the Back to the Future 2 and 3, that's LJN as well, right? Because that's my least favorite like NES game. And I'm not gonna go through the reasons why. If you want to know why, watch the the AVGN episode 94 revisited episode, and James explains very, very well what is wrong with that game. So yeah, and it is LJN, and so that's the worst. And Bill and Ted, those two I think are the worst. But I mean, there's a lot of bad ones, but I think those are the worst. Okay, here we go. We're turning to nighttime. There you go. I said nighttime again. Dream World. It's kind of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, how it switches between, day and night, or awake and asleep. Alright, got this bone. Crap. There we go. Oh, no! Oh, no! I thought I could jump over him. Oh boy. So this game is not easy. Say. Also doesn't help that it keeps freezing on me. Alright, here we go. So I have to say too, by the way, if some people are thinking that it's the analog NT, I don't think it is. I think it's the game. Because it keeps freezing basically. So I think it's the game which is freezing. Just because that's what NES games do sometimes. Alright, here we go. Now we're in this next area. Rodriguez is asking about RPGs, and I really always love, one of my favorite Super Nintendo games is Final Fantasy 3, 2 and 3. I love those games. Played the shit out of them as a kid. And honestly, I think Final Fantasy 3 might actually be my favorite Super Nintendo game, even over Link to the Past, believe it or not. Just like everything about that game, the music and atmosphere, and characters, and every single thing about it is just like awesome. So yeah. Okay, Freddy's coming. Crap. Dougster14 is asking, crap, what is the best decade for horror movies? That's very, I give you my opinion on that, but that's, everybody has a different idea on that. I don't know if I have necessarily a preference, because there's really good stuff in every era, pretty much. I mean, you go back to the silent era, and it's got, some of the great classic horror movies. And then there's great movies that are coming out now, really. I think a lot of people might say that the 80s were, probably would be the most popular answer, I think, the 80s horror. But then again, a lot of people might say 70s with like Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween and stuff like that. So it's all over the board. How about the 60s with the Roger Corman, Poe movies and all that? One of my favorite, horror movies, House of Usher. There's so much stuff. You can go to 1950s, like The Blob, and so, and then the 30s and 40s with the Universal horror movies, like my favorite movies ever. So it's really all over the board for what the answer to that is. So I don't really have a good answer, because there's great horror in every era. Yeah. And this is the bone I keep missing, because it's like so hard to say. Damn, just get it. Alright. Get the knife. Here we go. Wish me luck. Okay, here we go. Come on, die, Freddy, die. And this is from, like, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 or something, I think. One of them does something similar to this in the actual movie. Like, they're taking that from something with his head like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's from part 3. Yeah. Yeah. One of the great moments. Crap! There we go. And we got the key. Alright. Glad the game's working a little bit more. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I just had to clean it. Sorry, I'm gonna check each one of these doors again. Okay. Just came out of that, so. Also, I want to say, you know, you guys should give a thanks to Intimidation for doing this, because, you know, during the stream, I guess you guys have probably already noticed that I'm able to answer a lot more of your questions as I'm playing, which has been nice. So, chat, give a good handout to Intimidation for helping out. And he's been one of my mods for quite a while now, so thank you very much. Alright, so I can go into this house here. Real quick, Robert Papp is, thanks for the donation, and of Halloween costumes you've worn, what is your favorite? That's a really good question. I have, well, I'll tell you the different things I've been. Oh crap, I've been dead is what I've been. Should pay attention to the game is what I should really be doing. Hang on a second, let me get by this. Oh, and I have to get this bone too. See what happens when I get involved with answering stuff. These batch are relentless too, they just keep coming. So I've been Elvis Presley, like, a lot. That's like my standard, like, go-to Halloween costume, to get like different Elvis jumpsuits and be Elvis. So I've done that, like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 times or something. So I've been Elvis a lot. I've been classic monsters like Frankenstein and stuff like that. I was Captain Kirk. I was Gandalf the Grey. What else? I was Batman, the Adam West Batman. I don't know, a lot of different things I've been. So, but I like doing. I like the costumes where you can see your face, because I feel like if you're wearing a mask, sometimes it's kind of like, well, then nobody knows that it's you, you know? So I'm more of a fan of sort of like face paint, or like stuff you can put on your face as opposed to wearing a mask. So I usually try to go for a costume where people can tell that it's you, as opposed to just putting like a plastic mask over your face. And also, like, I can tell you from experience, wearing masks is not a lot of fun. I remember wearing the mask in the Halloween episode of AVGN, and that was not comfortable. It's hard to breathe in those masks. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever worn a mask for an extended period of time, but it's not a lot of fun. There we go. So there is a bone counter in the top middle of the screen. So it's telling me right there how many bones. Oh crap, that's not good. How many bones there are left? So there's 2 bones left. Just so. Oh crap! I did not see that there because the platform was like in the way. That's really not good. I bet it was gonna switch back soon anyway. Though. All right, let's see if I can get this bone. Oh man. Alright, so that was some other kind of item I think I just got there. If I can get back to Dream World. And you see the other bone? It's right there in the window. You can barely see it. That's the tough thing about the game. Now we just unlocked this thing. And I think that was the wizard power-up. And there's another power-up right here. It's like this sort of yin-yang symbol. So I'm not sure if I should get that or not, but I bet you that might be, I think that might be the ninja. Yeah, so that way when it turns to night, I keep saying that, when it turns to Dream World, I'll be able to be the ninja. Get these bones. I just kind of feel like I should just wait, because I just want to be the ninja. so I think I'm just gonna wait a second. Oh, here we go. You know what I feel like there could be in this game? In the menu, I feel like there could be like a little moon or something that sort of, kind of like a clock, it sort of like ticks down to show you how much longer it is until it changes. Would have been maybe a nice addition. But alright, so look at this. I'm the ninja now. Oh, there you go. I'll have to get used to these controls. Pretty cool, though. And I guess I can kick forward as well. Boom! Smash through everything. Crap, but you can't smash through everybody in one hit. Oh crap, I'm gonna have to... Oh crap, continue. Okay, I do have a continue, good. Guess there's several continues too, it looks like. So the enemies are a little bit tougher in the dream world. Not yet. I'm not gonna try to kick through that. Alright, that was good. Alright, we got one more bone here. Oh, pretty good. I think that's it. That was the last bone. We can tell that by the meter. Alright, here we go. Like Dr. Wily's castle with this blood dripping down. Mega Man 2. You can see these ghosts are taking a lot of hits. Okay. And is it nighttime right now, or is it daytime? Or not? God, I cannot get that straight. Is it sleep? It's sleep. Yeah, we're in the dream world. I guess because you can tell because it's kind of like more bluish. There we go. Oh, you can jump like right through Freddy with the ninja. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, what are you gonna do versus a ninja, Freddy? What are you gonna do? You're gonna do nothing. You're gonna run away. Fucking asshole. Alright, here we go. I don't know what this one's gonna be. It's... Oh, it's the glove. It's Freddy's glove. One second. I'm trying to fight the glove right now. Elephant Man, I haven't seen it in forever, so I forget. And the, I see Robert Papp has a question there. You can read that one off. Oh, okay. In horror, do I prefer to see the monster, the villain, or guess who it is? Like a mystery thing. I like that kind of stuff. I like a whodunit. Yeah, I mean, I do like those kind of movies actually quite a bit. So yeah. And thanks for the donation, by the way. I appreciate it. Okay, we got Frankenstein. And I beat Freddy's glove. So, any idea how many bosses there are? So we have a few more bosses left. Alright, I can't go into that door. I kept trying it. I'm just making sure. Wow. This one I'm pretty sure I can't go into. It's like a blocked off door or something, as far as I know. I bet the next one's gonna be the junkyard. I just have this feeling. I guess I'll. So I'm heading over here. We'll see what else is open. Oh crap! Really? The junkyard's not open? This is the last thing too. Did I miss something? Guess I did. No, it is. Okay. Alright, good. It's weird. Sometimes you press up and it just doesn't work. Actually, can you see right there? Isn't that funny? The white bone on the top of the white truck. It's like you can barely tell. Yeah, I mean, for an LJN game, I don't know. I think that this game's actually really, really good. You know? I mean, it's funny, kind of, because it's, you know, Freddy Krueger and everything, but I don't think it's a bad game. This might be one of the best LJN games, really. I don't know, what do the people in the chat think? Is there any sort of consensus on people that have played this game before? Yeah. I'm not gonna hit that. And I should add that on. I don't know why. RetroPal wants to know my favorite Sega Genesis game. My favorite. I really like Sunset Riders on Sega Genesis. I grew up. I didn't have a Sega Genesis until I was like older. I had a friend that had it. You know, I had the NES. My friend had the Super Nintendo. My friend had like the Sega stuff. But so I really liked Sunset Riders a lot. I really liked Columns. When I did finally get a Genesis, I think the first thing I had was Columns and Family Feud, and I played a lot of Columns. So that's always got a sort of a place in my heart. Toe Jam and Earl, really like Toe Jam and Earl a lot. I really like Contra Hardcore. I really like Castlevania Bloodlines. There's a lot. I mean, that's like asking, you know, it's kind of like asking the favorite NES game or favorite, you know, Super Nintendo. It's like there's so many that are so good that it's hard to choose. But yeah, those are some that come to mind. Oh yeah. So Cactus Jesus is asking if I've ever been outside the country. Sure, I've been to. I'm trying to think if I've been anywhere else, but I've been to Europe. I'm trying to think if I've been to. Well, I've been to Canada. So yeah. So yes, absolutely. Crap. Oh man. This bone is not easy to get. That was a different question. And usually I don't get a question like that. That was interesting. Ha! So Nooch wants to know if I've ever played Felix the Cat. Not only have I played it, it was part of my top 10 or top 20 obscure NES games. Now I can't remember if it was a 10 or a 20, but yeah, I did a video on it a long time ago. Yeah, it was my top 20. And my top 20 obscure NES gems is the name of the video, which I did a long time ago. back when James, I believe, was doing the movie around then. And Felix the Cat is a great game, so I included it on that. I really liked it. Absolutely. And I even, you know what, it's funny, I think, don't I don't know if you guys can see it, but right here, I don't know if it's showing up, that's the Felix the Cat poster for the game. So it's been on camera the whole time. I'm not sure if that's why he asked the question. Maybe you could see it. I'm glad that I finally got a little further in this. I would have gotten further earlier, I think, had the game not kept shitting the bed on me. Oh, crap. Oh, man, this is getting tough. I feel like I need more life. Gotta get some life. Gotta get a life. And... let's see, that one. Right, went through the dude. This is rough. Alright. So, is this done? Alright, here we go. Let's see what this is gonna be now. It's Bat Freddy. No, 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 no. Crap. Oh! Oh, man. Gotcha. Oh, crap. Oh. Oh, no. Oh, crap. Is that it? No, just let me go. Alright. Ooh. There we go. And that's the junkyard. Very good. This is now probably the furthest I've made it in this game. I've not beaten this game before, like I was saying earlier in the stream. I didn't have this one as a kid. Unfortunately, I wish I did, because I think this is a pretty good game. You know, a couple flaws here and there, but pretty good. Metal Anibus is asking me, what is the most famous person I ever met? Well, most famous person I ever met, I have to think about that. Oh, well, Michael Jackson, when I was a kid. But I got a better story than that, is when James and I went to a convention, and it's very appropriate to this game, was... I feel like I didn't check all the doors, which is stupid of me. I think I was telling the story, and I passed over one of the doors, so I might have to go back. But I went to a convention, and Robert Englund was at this convention, and he was supposed to do an introduction for the movie, the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie. But he was doing a signing, and an autograph signing, and apparently the people at the convention didn't tell him that he was going to introduce the movie for a group as well. And James and I were in this room with probably, I don't know, 100, 150 people in it, who were all waiting to see Robert Englund introduce Nightmare on Elm Street. And we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting, he's not coming. And then somebody from the con came out and they said, hey, we're sorry, Robert Englund might not be able to do this. And the people in the room were like, oh, come on, it was on the show program, like, it's supposed to happen, whatever. People were complaining. So the guy went back, talked to Robert Englund, who was doing a signing, who had a line of God knows how many people, thousands of people waiting in line, and went back to Robert Englund and said, "Hey, sorry we didn't, tell you, but we were supposed to have you do this thing where you introduce the movie." And he's like, "Well, I have this line of thousands of people. Like, I can't do this. I can't leave the line." And then the person came back and said, "Yeah, sorry, I just talked to Robert Englund. He's got this long line of people. He can't come." And then the room started getting like rowdy because this room of people was told that he was going to introduce the movie. So all the people in the room started getting really riled up. They're like, "No, come on, Freddy, we want Freddy, we want Freddy." And then "We want Freddy." People are like getting crazy. He's like, the guy's like, "All right, well, I'll go back and I'll ask him again. I'll try." So he goes back, and like 10-15 minutes later, the guy comes back and he's like, "I'm sorry, Robert Englund's just got too long of a line. He's not coming out." And then the room got like fucking crazy because then they were like, people were like pissed. And so then the guy went back again, and finally he was able to get Robert Englund to come. And Robert Englund walks out, and James and I got there early. We were in the front row of this place, and it was a small room. Like I said, it's like 100 people, and we were in the front, and there was like 10 folding chairs or whatever. And Robert Englund walks out of the door, and the room like erupted because at that point we didn't think he was gonna come. And he comes out, and like people are going crazy, and like he was standing like right here, and he did an intro for the movie, and for like 10 minutes talked about the making of the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie, and just all kinds of cool trivia and stuff about it, and he talked stuff about the glove, and just all kinds of stuff, and it was really awesome, to have Robert Englund standing there, Freddy Krueger standing there right in front of you, 2 feet away from you, telling you about the movie. And then the movie came on, we watched it, and it was great. So that was a great experience. So I hope that answers your question enough. But yeah. So. Ryan Rose is asking what my favorite Spider-Man villain is. My favorite Spider-Man villain. That's tough because I love Spider-Man. Motherfuck is my favorite Spider-Man villain. I guess you guys saw what just happened again. That sucks. I don't know. I'm gonna go with the Vulture for now, or maybe Venom. I'm not gonna start again. I don't know what's going on with this. That was the furthest I made it, and I could have kept going longer, but this game keeps quitting on me. It's like the third time it's frozen now. I don't know. Maybe I need another copy of the game or something. But it just, I cleaned it too. That's so frustrating. I definitely feel like I can beat this game. I might try this again later on my top loader and see if it works any better. And I think I'm going to take the game apart and like really give it like a thorough cleaning. Because I like to try this again, but if it's just going to keep quitting on me, then this is like pointless because I'm not going to get any further. But either way, I guess you guys saw a good deal of the game, and hopefully this was enjoyable enough for you. I want to say thanks again to Intimidation for reading out some of the questions. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys for the donations. Sorry the game keeps quitting. So a lot of people in the chat are saying it's Polybius. maybe it is. Maybe that's what's happening. But anyway, I guess I'm gonna end for there. Sorry for all the technical issues here. It stinks just as much for me as it does for you. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna get going for now. But I will say, even though I wasn't able to get through the game because it kept stalling on me, I think it's a good game. If you ever get the chance to play it, definitely play it because it's really, really a lot of fun. And it's an LJN game that I think is pretty good. Is it perfect? No, but it's pretty good. So give it a shot. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Gonna get going.